Hello, everybody. I am the inspector, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Uh, another inspection would be more accurate. I do apologize for my absence. I got a bit sick on the Disney trip, unfortunately, and I was too puny to make a video about for a while, but finally I have gotten back. Yeah, I'm ready to go and get inspecting once again. There's still a little bit of something, but it's not a big deal. Yeah. Hope you all are having a nice day. And, yeah, let's get inspecting, I guess. Sorry, I'm trying to have more energy. Just one of those days, you know. Yeah. So the first item that I decided to pick out was this Pure Leaf Raspberry Real Brewed Tea. So it's raspberry flavor with other natural flavors. It's always nice to hear that the flavors are natural and not artificial. Yeah, no artificial sweeteners. That's pretty nice. I like the watery leaf. It kind of gives gives me a nice warm feeling. Which is I think that's what you want when you see some tea. I need some nice cooling tea right now. Yeah, and it's cool. I guess they're part of the Rainforest Alliance, and yeah, brewed in the USA. So that's good. And this is recyclable. And on the back here they say, at Pure Leaf, we are committed to bringing you the highest quality tea. Our iced teas are carefully crafted using only quality ingredients and are expertly brewed from real tea leaves picked at their peak of flavor. No wonder every bottle of Pure Leaf tastes so good. We'll see about that, but design-wise and information-wise, everything here appears to be pretty, pretty promising. So, yeah, let's get into this. And it's nice that the lid is tightly sealed. It looks like some nice tea. So yeah. Well, a bit a bit sweeter than I anticipated, but not bad. That is nice. It's a little weird. I don't know if the sweet raspberry flavor meshes greatly with the cold, bitter tea, but it's not bad. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, this is partly for my throat's sake. um, yeah, it's good. It's good. Take another sip. Yeah, that's some good tea. Good sweet tea. The raspberry flavor is definitely a nice touch. You know, the contrast was a little bit surprising at first, but it's not bad. It's good. I'd say that's at least 7, if not an 8. In terms of, you know, what do you want from a tea, you know? Not the best tea I've ever had, and I'm sure not the best raspberry tea, but it's still pretty good for a store-bought tea. That's, you know, it definitely delivers on what they promise. You know, it does taste quite good. So, yeah, I'm impressed. Now, I couldn't just get one tea, I had to get 2. So here we have the Lipton Fusions Lemonade Iced Tea, and this is pineapple, mango, and lemonade. And apparently this is also purely natural flavoring. I really like, so you know, it'll be interesting to see how those go together, but I do really like the design. It's very colorful and punchy. So you know, I'm excited to see how this tastes. If I can get it open. Looks like a tea. That's tea in a can. Huh. Well, I forgot to comment on the smell. Yeah, this smells like a nice tea, like a nice, rich, bitter tea. You know, you want your tea to be a bit bitter, so that gives it the texture that, you know, makes it tea. This definitely also has a strong flavor. You could definitely smell the pineapple. But I don't know, it's not bad, but I don't think this really tastes like iced tea. It tastes like, well, maybe. There's definitely, I guess it's a little less sweet than you might expect, but there's, I don't know. You get a lot of the flavor and not much of the tea. And that's a little bit weird. Also, oh, no, I guess you kind of do. Um, the smell of the can's not very good. I think, yeah, actually, the smell isn't that appetizing, but kind of smells like wet shorts. But taste-wise, it does not taste like wet shorts, so that's good. Um, Not bad. But I don't think I would say it's as good of a refrigerated store-bought tea as a pure leaf here. Um, I'm thinking a 5. Not bad, but not that good. It's fine. I mean, on a hot summer day, this is probably quite refreshing. But also, it's weird because it's like a mix between like a like pineapple, like a fruit punch juice, you know, carbonated juice or whatever, and a tea, a carbonated tea. And I mean, this would be refreshing, but it also wouldn't be the most refreshing drink. Like, you could get something that would be way more refreshing than this. Yeah, it just doesn't. This doesn't quite work for me, but it's not bad. Um, it's definitely a very mid drink. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna give the Lipton Fusions Lemonade Iced Tea a 5, and the Raspberry Pure Leaf Tea an 8. But yeah, there's been nothing that I've tried yet that has repulsed me, so I am glad for that. Just need to get some more fluids in before I move on to the snacks. Okay. Those two iced teas definitely don't contrast very well. Maybe I should have picked a better pair, I don't know. So here we have the Funyuns brand sour cream and Funyuns. You know, it's quite a Funyun pun, if I say so myself. These are onion flavored rings. And I guess these are also flavored with natural flavors. On the back here, all it says is sour cream and onion is up to some Funyuns. How Funyun-y. And I guess you can get these in a can, in like a Pringles can. That's what they say. Oh, I guess these are made by the Frito-Lay company. I did not know that, but I haven't had Funyuns in a long time. I do like that they have a questions and comments tab here. You know, they're willing to receive criticism, so you know that's always a good sign. So that you know that the company or corporation cares enough to make improvements. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. They smell strongly of something. I apologize. You know, my nose is not the best today. Either. I guess this is, you could call this the Inspector is Sick video. But I was worse. And I will have to make a video talking about my trip. Because, you know, I have some things to say about Disneyland. Yeah. This Funyun looks nice, and, you know, the onion flavoring looks, like it's well spread throughout it. And, yeah, it looks like it's a well-sized, chip. Looks appetizing enough, so yeah, without further ado, let's try it. Now see, this is what you want in a sour cream and onion chip. The flavor, nicely balanced, and the texture the texture isn't overpowered by it. You still get the nice crunch and crisp of the potato. So this is, you know, incredibly crispy and hollow, but, you know, you still get that onion ring flavor, potato chip onion ring flavor, but it doesn't, you know, and that it's in itself doesn't clash with the sour cream and onion. It's good. I mean, you know, I will say the flavor's not the strongest. These aren't like, you know, these aren't the most savory chips that I've ever had. But I really don't think that's a problem, because these set out to accomplish, you know, an onion ring potato chip with sour cream and onion flavoring, and it works. This is just these are solid chips, you know? That's why, you know, I forget when I reviewed the Wrap Snack sour cream and onion, which I don't think I liked that much. I think my problem was that the flavor paired with the chip was so unbalanced that it just didn't, you know, it was too overpowering, and you really couldn't get the chip in there. But this, you know, this is very much the opposite, where there's really a nice balance of flavors, and, you know, everything has been crafted quite well. Yeah, they're good. These are some good chips. Like if you just want some sour, not sour. If you want some solid chips that aren't, too savory, but are just, just about right, get these. That is quite good. All right. I'm going to have to give those at least, I'm going to have to give them an 8. I mean, that's, that's sour cream and onion chips done right, okay? That's good. So, yeah. Funyuns, sour cream and Funyuns, 8 out of 10. Now, for the, I'm gonna have to get some more fluid. Well, I mean, at least this is definitely at least helpful for a dry throat. Okay. SweetTarts Ropes, Twisted Rainbow Punch, soft and chewy. So, and I guess these are also flavored with natural flavors. So yeah. I don't remember when the last time it was that I had SweetTarts. It's been a long time. But I don't remember if I liked them or not. I think I did. I don't know if I've ever had their ropes bites though, so this will be interesting. And yeah, again, I forgot to comment on the design here, but I like this design. It makes the unique flavor stand out. And this is also nice. You get to see the rainbow punch ropes and all their glory. And then on the side here, you see the flavors that you should expect to taste in them, which it looks like we have green apple, orange, cherry, and strawberry. Don't know how all of those will go combined, but let's give it a try. This is good, simple design that is just enticing enough, and yeah, you get to see the other their different SweetTarts on the back here. I guess if you're going on a SweetTarts binge, that might help you. The smell, from what I can smell of it, given my stuffed up nose, it does smell kind of reminiscent of like Twizzlers, which I think is interesting. Definitely has a licorice-esque smell to it. All right. You know, the color isn't as prominent as I thought. It's a little more muted, which I mean, I guess that makes sense. But this doesn't look bad. Um, it's it definitely feels like kind of feels like chalk, which is interesting. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's not they weren't lying to you. You do see all the multi-striped coloring in there. But I'm assuming that most of the flavor will actually be in the filling and not in the shell. I could be wrong on that, but I mean, does it say? No. I guess this contains wheat. Oh wow. And 2 ropes of this equates to 60 milligrams of sodium. So, I guess this is 30 milligrams of sodium I'm about to put in. This is 30 milligrams of sodium that I'm about to put into my body. So, see, how much sodium was in the? Oh, well, there was 150 milligrams of sodium in the Funyuns. So I guess that's not saying anything. And there's 170 milligrams. Oh. There's 170 milligrams of sodium in this. And there's only 5 milligrams of sodium in this. So, if anything, out of everything this that I'm reviewing in this video, this is the healthiest. And this is the least healthiest. You know, which for an iced tea, you would, I mean, you know, tea, you would assume to be healthier, you know? So that's a bit disappointing. But nonetheless, let's get into this. You know how you have those cable cords for computers and TVs and whatever. This kind of tastes like how I'd imagine, at least the texture of the shell of the rope. It tastes like that. It tastes like you're eating a plastic cord. Now, I'm sorry. And then you get like this burst of sweet sugar flavoring, but I can't decide if you can really actually taste the flavor of what's advertised to be in this. I don't think you really can. I'm going to try to get some of it some of the flavoring here by itself. Well, I think the green apple, texture-wise, the stuff inside of it tastes like green apple. That definitely comes through. I don't know if anything else does, though. Yeah, even even the shell, all I'm really tasting is the green apple. Maybe the strawberry, I don't know. Honestly, the worst part of it is the rope. The rope gets in the way because it, like 90% flavor wise, it tastes like 80% plastic cord, 15% sweet sugar, and then maybe 5% of the natural flavors, you know, with the green apple coming through the strongest. But that's not very good. Um, in fact, I'm gonna have to give that like a probably. I think I'm gonna have to give it a 3. Sorry to any sweet tart ropes fans out there, but the Twisted Rainbow Punch is just not very good. Yeah, this is definitely a 3. 3 out of 10 right here. Definitely not worth whatever price it costed. Although at least you get a decent amount of them. Like if there's anything that I'm gonna say about this chip bag that's negative, it's that there's not really as many as you would hope there to be in a bag of chips. I would definitely like it to be fuller. I mean, I'm sure there might be a reason why they don't do that as often anymore, but yeah. Wow. Well, yeah, so I'll just quickly go over my ratings again. Pure Leaf Raspberry was a 8 out of 10. Fusions Lemonade Iced Tea, Pineapple Mango Lemonade, 5 out of 10. Funyuns, Sour Cream and Funyuns, another 8 out of 10. And the SweetTarts Ropes, Twisted Rainbow Punch, 3 out of 10. I think I'm giving it a 3 mainly because at least there is a sweetness to it. The flavor isn't gross like those awful Lifesavers gummies, And design-wise, there is like a rainbow twist, so it's like you have to give them some credit, but yeah. I mean, if you want, if you want to know what a plastic cable cord tastes like, SweetTarts Ropes might just be the way to go. But so they certainly didn't fail in that area. either. But, yeah, once again, this has been the Inspector. I apologize for my, absence, and, sorry that I'm puny, in this video, but, that's just, unfortunately, the way that things are right now. Nonetheless, this has been the Inspector. Take care. And peace.